scammer. I got questions that I've been meaning to ask a scammer for a long time. Like, how do you niggas do what you do? I don't get it. He's here now. So, Mr. Scammer, who wants to remain anonymous for obvious reasons, I just want to say that Lindsay's dog training is not affiliated with any actions that have been beyond this point. So, being a scammer, like, when I see y'all niggas busting checks on Snapchat, like, y'all really be at the banks? That shit, you can still do that? I didn't know you could do that. They're not looking at you. Don't worry, you're anonymous.
Yeah, you can't do that.
So you know when I knew it was crazy? For real. Yo, these niggas, it's live. We out here. What's up?
Yeah, you can still do it. You walk it right in the bank.
So, like, what got me with it? We're live right now, first of all, before you start getting crazy. Because I'm not affiliated with any of that bullshit.
Yo, I know a nigga be doing that shit too, and he be saying he be busting like 35, like 40.
This is what I'm saying.
Yo, like he be busting them.
Can you guys hear okay? Because this nigga's playing power. You guys good?
Like, and I'll be like, nigga, you lying. Like, and then
Sound good?
Another nigga like, yeah, we doing it. Like, I don't know if you're doing that.
I know about it,
but that nigga out.
So, let me ask you. I saw this dude. He was from Chicago. I forgot what his name was. The nigga said he got caught in the Walmart because he was trying to get too crazy. But I was watching a 20-minute fucking YouTube video to scammer talking because I really wanted to understand for, research purposes. I'm a journalist nigga now. So, I was like, yo, how is it that, like, how do you get your first start? Do you niggas, like, who do you call? Like, or you just... Not, I don't want you to say any names, but, like, so you just wake up one day, like... I'm gonna go get some checks. Like, me personally, maybe I'm a square, so I'd be lost. Like, I don't know.
So it's usually a older head that know the
game,
and you always see like the older head up, but you never know what he's doing. For me, me and him were close, so he just told me the ropes.
He just gave you the game.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I guess that's how it happens with drugs. It happens, but see, you know where to find some weed. Like, I feel like. I was talking to my man a while ago, and he was saying, these new niggas, they don't be out, they ain't in the streets. I'm like, bro, they're better off. Like, when they go, he's like, nah, but when they get caught, they do fed time. I'm like, nigga, if you're going to do 3 years, you're going to do 3 years. Like, why are you going to get caught with coke and a burner?
I mean, like, that shit is, like, it's way less than some, like, violent shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's why I was saying. Like, I was like, yo, I'm like, yo, these new guys.
It's bad. To a certain extent, if you keep getting caught and then they finish you.
Yeah, sure. Because then you get into other shit.
If you get caught with a gun in New York State, it's like you're finished.
Right.
Yeah.
You get caught with a couple of cards now, it's like, all right, misdemeanor.
Oh, so that's free.
People think it's fed time because it's deal with other people's like.
But
it is fed time,
right.
But it's not. You're not straight fed time. You know what I mean?
Right.
The feds don't pick up somebody that's making $100,000 a year, $200,000. They want people that's touching millions.
That's what he was saying. The dude was he was saying on the YouTube video. He was saying
do touch millions.
That's what he was saying. He was like, what's the difference between what I do and what Wells Fargo does, what Bank of America does with overdraft fees? He was like, either way, the system is getting fucked. So would you rather give it to me, or would you rather give it to the bank? Right. So, and he was like, when I take you, use your car, you get your money back. You be all right. It's insured. And he was like, niggas, they used to rob the banks. They tell people, the hostages, it's not your money. Don't worry. Your shit is insured. But the bank, as far as the bank, we need that. So
exactly.
he was saying it's the same. Right. So that's how you know I was really researching this shit. Like, I was actually curious. I wasn't just fucking around. So so we know how, right? So somebody got to introduce you to it. But how is it the same? Because they say drug dealers, it gives them a high to do it. And to like, you know how niggas, like flashy niggas, when they do what they do.
That shit gets you money.
Is it that same euphoric feeling, or you just in it for the money?
I mean, it's kind of like all right, so I came out here in an anonymous state, wherever we are, and I made like $10K in a week. I couldn't stop. I had to go home, and then it was just too much. I had to keep going.
That's some shit. Like, listen, let me tell you, I told niggas about my 26 hours in jail. It changed me. I don't do crime.
Yeah.
I'm not with that shit. For $10K, that should have you consider something. Like, for $10,000, that should have you considering a life choice. Like,
I had my friends consider it a life choice.
Life choice. Like, you know what? Fuck college. If I could do this. Like it puts you in a $10,000 will change how you feel about a lot of shit. I've had $10,000 cash in my hand, and I know how it does something to your brain. Like, shit, if 10 was that easy, I could do 1,000,000.
That's
like,
is
that how you feel?
Yeah.
It makes you feel like, like, okay, let's figure this shit out.
It was so simple.
I was out of that generation. Like, my generation of niggas, they sold weed, or they sold coke, or they did whatever they did. Or you work. Like, but the street niggas, this new street nigga is, like, fascinating to me. That's my grandma. She's like, what's to eat? What you want? What you want to eat? Anything with shellfish, I'm with the shit. But anyway, pardon my grandma. This podcast is brought to you by grandma. What was I saying before I was interrupted? Oh, I think we're talking about the high. Like they say, do you feel that is the high from the money or what you're doing? Like that's what I was more curious. Like, is it because the money's so fast and it's like, why? What the fuck else would I be doing? Or is it because you're scamming the system? Like, is it like to find that loophole? Like the money?
Because any moment,
any
moment you can get picked up. It ain't a game. You know what I mean? Any moment you can be under investigation. I could be under investigation right now. I don't know it. But
and then they tune into my Twitter and they're like, oh, okay, got him.
Yeah.
The nigga started being like, oh, actually, my nigga.
Nah, I don't know.
No, it's all in entertainment. You know how this shit go.
I live in Mississippi.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, I gotta get that voice shit. I gotta get niggas to talking this shit like, yeah, so I was going down. But, I'm gonna, like, if I was young, I might have been into some bullshit. Like, I was talking to him, and he was like, oh, I always thought you sold drugs. And I was like, oh, why? I was like, what the fuck did I do? Like, I mean, I was dirty, but when he said it, I was like, how'd you think that? Like, I was really like, damn, all right, there was a leak. With Trump saying that was fake news, my nigga. But, so when I see the scammers, I'm really like, that shit is different. Like, scammer niggas live comfy life. They lease cars and shit. Like, that shit is so different to me. And I'm like, I see the drug dealers, and the drug dealers will wear a hoodie and walk up to you. And like, nigga, if you don't give me the 8, ain't nobody looking at you. And then I see, no, for real. Like, I really see, like, going to cop this pen for $50. The nigga's like, yo, meet me in the, I'm like, nigga, I'm not pulling into the parking garage, my nigga. What's gonna happen to us with this shit? Like, I really was like, serious? Because I look at the scammers, I'm like, these niggas lease cars, these niggas got apartments, these niggas got motherfucking baby mamas on child support, and I'm like, how the fuck do they do it? Like, they really live their lives. But if they just maintain, like, the niggas that try to go over the top get caught. But the niggas that just get fresh, and they drive a Cayenne or some shit, or whatever the fuck it is, and they have a Rolex, and their man owns a fucking pizzeria somewhere.
Yeah.
They live, and I was like, I think this is Drug Dealer 2.0. Like, you know, like, I'm here with my uncle, the official uncle of the podcast, and he saw a different generation. Like, he saw a generation of street niggas that don't use Instagram.
Today, my man's copped a Bentley.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Cash.
That shit is crazy.
Huh? What'd you say?
I don't want to show the Bentley. Don't show that shit, because that's how they pinpoint you. I don't know you niggas like that. You hear? That's exactly what I mean. Drug dealers are still hiding the 8th in their socks, and these niggas is out here copping Bentleys.
We hiding cards in our sock.
This is what I'm saying. This is the best podcast I've ever done. Because I really see it, and I'm like, holy shit. Like, I'm out. I walk dogs for a living. I really see everything in my neighborhood. Like, that's what made me start doing this shit. Like, you know how, like, they say that there's a gossiping housewife? Sometimes that's what I felt like, because I'm like, damn, I don't tell anybody, though. I mean, now I guess now niggas, but I don't, like, I see a lot of shit, and I be seeing the weed dealers, and I'm like, y'all niggas is still really moving out here. Like, I walk through a neighborhood and I'll be like, wait, people are still doing crime because you look guilty from across the street, motherfucker. I'm walking a dog in a neighborhood I've never seen before, and I can tell you up to something. Like, you just got in and out of the car by the time I went from one block to another. Like, I really see a lot of shit. So the scammers that I like kind of like come across, I don't see them like that, but I really just they pass and I'm like, how the fuck did he get a Porsche? Like, or I see a nigga and I'll be like, damn, Michael Kors, watch this nigga got a Petite Philippe. Ain't this about a bitch? And I really be confused. And I always went to, and I be seeing a nigga, they start leasing cars. And I'm like, you can get a, he's like, yeah, we don't use our credit. And I'm like, aren't you afraid to drive? Like, I really was looking like, you would do that? And the nigga was like, you get pulled over? Like, I got a license. And I was like, he's like, why would they run the car? Like, why would they? And I was like, oh yeah, true. And he really looked at me like, you need to fucking relax.
Yeah,
But I was like, oh, I guess.
You have to lease it with a fake pay stub instead of using a credit.
That, see, to me, that's like the Matrix, my nigga. These niggas get fake pay stubs.
I have a pair right there.
That's some, this shit like blows my mind. Like I thought Nat Geo was wildin' when I used to see like drug. You ever watch some documentaries and get the drug dealers and I'm like, and then one day I'm like, oh, actually people want to know about this shit. So I'm like, I'm gonna find me a scammer, my nigga, because I got questions. So you get the shit with another person's. So I got good credit. So what my concern? I was just talking to Nick. This is what my wallet is already out. I was just saying, like, I got 8 credit cards. He probably got the shit. You got some sensor in your iPhone, my nigga. Get that shit out of here. Yo, I smashed that shit. I just realized you gotta watch the scammers. Damn, the nigga had me. They good. He finessed me in my own shit to pull out these niggas is good. He knew I was gonna get my wallet out. This is why these niggas, these niggas is scamming. Yeah. Yo, how did he do that? Yo, you're good. You motherfuckers are good. Forget about what I was going to say. I'm not showing my nigga my credit card. I'm putting this shit in my pocket. I can't believe the nigga just got me.
You say you got good credit.
See, remember that? You see how these niggas do? God damn. Fuck it, I'm going to finish. So y'all my witness. I'm not a scammer. I'm here with a scammer. The nigga said, you're a scammer? No, I'm not a scammer. The scammer's allegedly here. So I got good credit, right? And I was just talking about these niggas. So if you max out my cards, my nigga, I'll call Citibank or Bank of America, Chase. I got it all.
Yeah.
I just canceled my American Express, but that's another story. So if I call, like, yo, I got some charges on here, they'll give me. Somebody said this conversation is drawing me in, and someone else said your friend is a piece of shit. I don't even know this guy. You don't even know him. How you gonna call him a piece of shit?
Right.
He ain't even tell you nothing wrong.
I was on you.
He said, get a real job, you bum. Yo, they really get into the comments. I'm serious. Oh, don't look. Don't. Scammers are as low as child molesters. Don't you think that's a drag? That's a drag, my nigga. Yo, I'm really reading this shit. No, don't show your face. Don't show your face.
I'm about to violate.
Key, you want to see this shit? You want to see? I'm not making this shit up. I'm not making this shit up. These are really in the comments, my nigga. Key is my cousin. So they think I'm making this shit up. You see the comments?
That's a scammer.
That's what I was looking at. Like, I don't know how to go back and look, but we're gonna get. Can we finish the story? Y'all gonna talk shit about how he's shit.
Child molester.
The nigga said you're as low as a child. I think that's a drag. I think that's really dragging it. But we'll continue the story. Wow, look, piece of shit. You see? I'm not making this shit up. Look. Let him slip and fall and show his face. Niggas work hard for their money. Yo, that's where I was just going. So, hold on.
No, let me explain.
Wait, look. See, this is why this is a real thing. I knew niggas would really be interested in this shit.
You say you had good credit.
So let me just explain this and we'll get into it.
Your cards,
so say if I call, like, my credit limit is pretty crazy. So if I call, like, I mean, all together, like, if you got them all, you'd be lit. But if you get one, you get 20. So, but if you got them, say I had say you took my biggest shit, like 5,500, right? And you call, I can get that money back. But what happens with, like, a car in somebody's name? Like, when you do that shit, like, I think that's what's life altering. Like, if you take my credit, I'll get this shit back. Like, when y'all niggas be wiping out mortgages and that crazy shit, that's what I think is like, nigga. That's a moral dilemma. Like, I think so. You don't do any of that shit. You just stick to.
I'll tell you what I do. Right? I get accounts. There's no money in it. people think credit. Oh, I have good credit. I don't need you messing up my. But like, if you open a bank account and I deposit a counterfeit check in it, right? You're gonna have to pay that bank back once the check bounces eventually. Once I pull the money out, the bank is gonna get notified, and you're gonna owe the bank -3,000, -4,000.
Oh, so that's kind of insured too? Do they? Can you get? Now you get fucked on that because they don't know.
Somebody just said that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you killing.
That may be worse than a credit card.
Killing with that though.
Who do I get to open up accounts?
Yeah.
Junkies, teenagers. Junkies, teenagers.
Yeah, but
females.
Wait, yo, I gotta find a charger. I'm gonna keep going. Can you call one of them and tell them to bring me a charger? I just need the box. Oh, you got the box?
Oh, box.
Because we gotta. Wait, so somebody said Jesus Christ. So you. So like a teenager.
Right. So listen, there's no money in the bank.
My mom put a Sprint phone in my name just for the record.
So listen.
And I had to clear that shit out. I had to pay that shit. Sprint didn't give me no breaks.
Really?
But I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
So there's no money in the account. I'll pay for them to open the account and everything, right? We can go right now to the bank, open up a TD bank, $40, right? I will withdraw the money because I want my $40 back, of course. And then later tonight, I will drop a check in it. Tomorrow morning, we'll clear.
Wait, where do you get you could write a check for?
No, the software. It's on the computer.
Oh.
There's check papers. There's check ink.
Okay.
MICR ink.
This is really news to me, but go ahead.
Yeah, and then that's about it. I mean,
the check automatically, because just the way the banks, how fast money comes.
It's the way you do it. It's you say it's emergency. Get it. It's a family emergency. I would like to deposit a check for my sister. When you walk the check into the teller with the account number, hey, I would like to deposit a check for my sister. She's suffering from leukemia.
Ooh, y'all niggas take it there?
You gotta take it somewhere, Cat.
Oh, shit. That's a bombshell to me.
But listen.
Yo, that shit the lights just went crazy. Them shits was like bing, 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 bing. Like a lot of niggas was like, oh.
So, basically, yeah.
This is podcasting. Somebody said niggas out here snitching on themselves.
Yeah.
Nah, this is journalism. This is journalism.
Myself. My name is
Nah, but so after you do it, you say whatever terminal disease to really pull on somebody's heartstrings, and they're like, I get it. The same thing happened to my dad.
Exactly.
I understand.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
that's how humans are. You know how to pull it, like I said, tug on their heartstrings. So that's how humans are. So you go and they cash you out, and that's it.
You have to wait 24 hours for the check to clear.
Ah.
Usually when it's more than like 1,000, it's more two business days, 3. But they do it emergency, so it's less than 24 hours.
Got you.
And then now you have a process of pulling the money out. You can't go into the bank.
Oh, yeah, true.
You can't go in the bank and pull all that money out because they're gonna check to see the check that was
Sure.
deposited. So you can raise the ATM limit. People don't know that. You call, I deposited a check for my sick sister. Can we raise the ATM limit? Or someone just died in California, a family member. I need to take a flight, and I need to help my mom with the expenses.
Sure.
So they ask for your last 4 of your social. You give them the person's last 4 of your social, and then they raise the ATM limit. You can take up to like $5K out of the ATM.
God damn, and then boom,
you're
you
out.
set. Have a good day.
Then you go do the next one.
So now new identity, or do you use the same person for a new bank?
Sound like different.
Huh?
Sound like
You got a box?
It's just like
Yeah, different.
You're a good man. Thank you. I had to see. I knew because this shit is getting crazy.
Different people. Usually,
Would you ever use the same person twice?
Oh, all the time. I tell them open up two.
Someone wants to know who is that? Quintessential OG. He wants to know why don't you get a real job?
I had a real job.
What? And someone loyal and perfect says, ask him how long he plans on doing this for. And he said, this shit only in America? No, I'm international, player. You asking about him?
Hell no.
No, I can tell you that. I know. The Russians, the Africans will hit you like, send me your account number.
Yeah, they do.
I got your cousin.
Yeah, that's.
And you know your cousin will be in. Weather looks good over there. Now we just do what we do. Well, I'm not in. We'll get into that. Like we're straying too far from the point. But
Why don't you get a real
Why don't you get a real job? Just try to keep me on. Well, just keep reminding me of the topics, and we'll just go as we go. So we can touch everything if you got time. He ain't got no job, so he ain't got shit to do. You got time. So I wouldn't say why wouldn't you get a real job? Somebody's iPhone booming said you real as fuck. Salute. So he said good looks. One question at a time, y'all. Yo, this shit is really lit right now. This is crazy. Wait, can you pass me that charger, please? That cord. Thank you. Good looking.
Get my wing.
Pardon me. 20-second timeout. I missed the question. I don't know how to scroll through the questions.
It's a car.
Am I lit? That's real as fuck, y'all dumbass. Wait, what you mean?
Watch that camera, cat.
No, I ain't gonna get you on the camera. For real, I would never do. I really wouldn't do that. Hold on, Key. I gotta put this shit up on the. Pardon me. Let me get my. I gotta get my shit right.
Are you sure you don't want to have that shit?
Huh?
Oh, so now with the
Yeah, we can do it tomorrow because it's gonna rain.
what scammer? I'm interviewing a scammer right now. After you're done, I suggest you
right now.
have your bank so he don't fuck you. I know that's crazy how you got with my cards right. These niggas is good. These niggas is real good. So someone asked, quintessential OG, I believe, asked, why don't you get a real job? And before he says his piece, I feel like, what is a real job? Like, either way, you're gonna deal with a headache, right? So I own my own business. Every day I deal with fucking stress. So it's like some niggas can handle the police after them. Some niggas like me, I can't take that kind of pressure. I'd rather be worried about paying my taxes. Like, I'd rather be worried about, like, no, for real. Like, I'd rather bitch about how taxes are killing me than to avoid them.
We get taxed too. Of the ATM fees. $350.
Oh. But see, it's free money, kind of. You didn't win.
It's not free money.
So it's the same stress. That's where I was going with it. Isn't it stressful as scam? That's where I was going with it. It's stressful for me to have a regular job and be an American citizen and pay taxes. It's the same stress for him to stay under the radar. So, like, what's a real job? Like, why is he not an entrepreneur? Like, when Wells Fargo fucks you with a overdraft fee and you call them like, yo, man, I'm sorry, because my bills is fucked up. Sorry, sir, there's nothing we could do. Is that not, like, really getting back all the money they fucked somebody else out of? So I'm not, like, I like Ocean's 11, and we can sit here and we can call him a piece of shit, and we can say, like, oh, he's garbage, or he get a real job, but I like Ocean's 11. Like, didn't you motherfuckers enjoy Scarface? You know what I'm saying? So people pretend we don't like it, but to know people in real life, like, why in real life, it's like, you're a piece of shit, and I go and, like, wow, Tony Montana, this is my favorite movie, I can watch this over and over again. Like, I just want to know what separates that. Like, y'all some low IQ niggas. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of shit. Nigga, this is real life. I get it's real life, but that's my point. Why does a movie, that script came from somewhere. So I'm not saying, oh, obviously he knows his consequences, he tells you. But that's what these movies are based off of. Like, I like American Gangster. Frank Lucas sat down for that, for me to enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? So, entertainment, I get it, but it's from real life, bro. You're missing the point. Anyway, why do you feel like, why not, explain, like, you know, why you won't get a real job, so to speak.
I had a real job, right? I can't work. Minimum wage is like, what, $10?
Right. Hold on 2 seconds. 20-second timeout. I got to make sure this shit is charging. So minimum wage is $10, you said.
Right. So you work 8 hours, right? For instance, that's $80 in a day. Your whole day, you just made $80, right?
After taxes.
After taxes, a little over 67.
Yeah, you might have $69.
Right. One day in 8 hours, I can make 10K, 5K. That's like saying, do you want to be a sergeant or you want to be a beat walker? You like that?
So I like that. So you could you saying you can go right into sergeant. What you want to start in the Bronx for? Like, right. You know what I'm saying? So,
you don't need no degree,
but
you good. You making good money.
Someone said, quick question. So while they're typing that out, I get what you're saying, but don't you? Is it like a moral? It would be like not a moral thing for me. Don't get me wrong. Why not take that and start a business?
Yeah, I plan on starting a business.
That's also where I was going with it. I wouldn't sit down and talk to him if I didn't feel like he had an end goal. Like he's not one of those guys who's gonna be doing it, jail. Doing it, jail. Some niggas are like Ace from Paid in Full and not Cameron. So I get that there's a bigger picture. I wouldn't sit down with a fucking idiot. You know that's not what I'm about. So tell him I got room and board from. I'm a federal Leo. Okay.
So what?
Like, all right. So yeah.
You said what?
So I got room from some shit. I don't know. Anyway. So you don't feel like it's a moral dilemma?
No.
Someone said scammers doing this shit worldwide is very popular amongst young people in the UK.
Right.
Yeah, no, right. Like, motherfuckers get their bank accounts hacked into every day, like you said with the Nigerians.
Well, you gotta take it to like in our instance, the way we grew up. Niggas are broke their whole lives. You gonna tell me you conscious about a way that you cannot be broke no more, and you still gonna be broke. You're still gonna be living and being hungry and not being able to and just let's watching life go past you.
Right.
Sure, but I feel like, all right, you gotta like. I always worked. Sometimes I worked 2 jobs. I was doing security on the weekends to save money. Like, and I really wasn't going out. I just wasn't wilding. Like, I really stopped. But I had a nice car. I had a Mercedes. Like, I knew I could take care of my shit. But as far as, like, the other shit, I'm like, well, it's either go out and party or eat whatever you want for dinner, whatever you want for breakfast, as many times as you day, and drive a nice car. I chose my lane. But I feel like at some point, do you use it as, like, a alley-oop for the rest of your life? Like, you're just doing it now to save money and then transition into a regular business.
Yeah. Open up
or in a legal business. A strip club would be cool. So you can still wash your cash. You thinking long term?
Yeah. I need a strip club.
You know what's crazy? I wanted to own a strip club.
That's what I wanted to do.
That was my original, like, but I just realized I just like pussy so much that I just wanted to see pussy after a while. Like, I realized it wasn't about the business. It was about looking at pussy. Mm-hmm. And then as I got older and started getting into the relationships and got married, I felt like, all right, maybe I should open a car wash or some shit. So, like, my car wash is my ceiling, like my peak where I want to be, like 1, 2, 3, and then a chain. So a strip club, why is it a strip club? Like, you like the atmosphere, you like the party, or the pussy? Like,
I love the pussy. There's like multiple ways you make money in a strip club, and it's easier to get a strip club. So there's in certain areas there's strips where there's hotels and liquor stores.
Okay.
With no clubs, you have to drive 20 minutes to a club. This, that. You can put a strip.
Oldest, we can't tell you that. That's too much information.
You can put.
He's under 30. I'll tell you that much.
You can put a strip club right next to a liquor store, right?
Right.
Or next to a hotel. So now you have people that's doing work and here for business, and they want to come here to your strip club. And then you have the liquor store. You don't serve alcohol in your strip club.
Right.
You bring your own alcohol, pay $5 for a solo cup. Right? Now you have all these liquor stores in the area signing off that let him have that strip club because
that's real game.
Their profit's gonna go up as well. So now everyone's happy. Now the hotels, sign off on that strip club. Now people are gonna get drunk and they're not gonna be able to drive home and they're gonna come to our hotel. So there's a bunch of ways you can go with the strip club. Now you have these people drunk because it's bring your own alcohol. There's no limit, right? Okay. And they're throwing money. More money's flowing in for you. More money's flowing in for you. Smooth.
So strip club is big business. Somebody said, see, that's a game plan. So somebody said, brilliant. This is amazing. The comments, I'm loving this shit. I normally don't get this many comments. The people are actually fucking like, oh shit, this is crazy. But, so I at that sense, I get it. So, that, I don't know if that satisfies you guys, but that satisfies me as far as like, what's really, without dragging this shit out and making it, that answers all my questions. Only problem is he's stealing money. Like, yeah, there's a point. I'm not going to say, no, that's bullshit. Like, it is stealing money, but
look how much money the bank steal from people.
That's why I say you justified that already. Like we talked about the overdraft fees. So to wrap this up, I appreciate you for coming on the podcast. I won't get you. Nigga got some fire jewelry and shit. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to get his jewelry on because it may be a one-on-one, and that's how you know. So somebody put the 100 emojis, but I didn't see what that said. But all right, so that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As I always say, fuck what your horoscope says. Have a day you deserve. We're out.
Lindsay's